That's it?
During prison,
What?
during my prison sentence, I engaged in the same, criminal activities I engaged myself in as if I was at home, surrounding myself around the same people. I used drugs the whole entire time, sold hooch, and I didn't take advantage of the opportunity I had to
Why not?
do programs.
You like it there?
No,
Then
sir.
why didn't you take advantage of whatever opportunities you had?
It was hard.
I mean, did you spend time putting that shit all over your face? Is that what you spent time doing?
Yes,
That's
sir.
a good idea. Okay. So why did you go there and waste time?
Being stupid, not thinking
Why?
about my future.
Why?
I have a drug problem. I like to get high.
Okay.
I choose my drug problem over everything else.
Are you going to wander through life in and out of courtrooms saying you have a drug problem?
No, sir.
And why don't you do something about it?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? I mean, when were we here on the probable cause hearing? September 18th.
The hearing starts with something far more damaging than a list of probation violations. The guilty plea removes every factual dispute and shifts the courtroom toward one question: whether this defendant has earned another chance.
You've been sitting over there for 3 months on this violation, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's all you've got to say to me?
No, sir. I want a chance at treatment. I want to go get help.
I thought, let's see, when you were here in July of '24, who sent you to NeoCap?
You, Your Honor.
Me. What did you do at NeoCap?
I attempted to escape and leave the facility.
What?
I attempted to escape the
I
facility.
can't hear you. Speak up.
I attempted to escape the NeoCap facility.
How did you do that?
Ran to the door and tried to kick it open.
Okay. Why did you do that?
Didn't want to be there.
Didn't want. I thought you just told me you wanted treatment.
I do, Your Honor.
You do. Now, you just wrote me a letter. I just read it this morning. And you admitted to me, and really, you admitted to me that you just told me what you thought I wanted to hear and what would get you home the fastest way. I mean, do you think I'm a goddamn idiot or something?
No,
You think
sir.
I don't see through everybody that sits right here and says exactly what you say? And now you sit here again telling me the exact same thing. Now, on the off chance that I believed you the first time when you were here, why in the world would I believe you the second time when you did the exact opposite of what you told me you wanted the first time? You're not the smartest guy in the world, okay? If you were, you wouldn't be sitting here where you are. Now, why didn't you report after you got out of prison?
After I got off the Greyhound bus, there was somebody at the bus stop smoking marijuana, and I decided to smoke it. So that was my first.
Where did you get off the Greyhound bus?
Cleveland.
Okay. And what was your plan once you got off the Greyhound bus?
I had an Uber set up for me, and I was supposed to go home to my dad's house and report Monday to parole and probation.
Okay.
I had marijuana in my system, and during the weekend that marijuana turned into cocaine and methamphetamine and other substances.
So there's a guy smoking pot at the Greyhound station. And how is it that you happen to smoke pot with him?
I asked him if I could smoke it. I asked him if I could hit it, and he let me hit it.
Okay. And then where'd you go?
To my mom's house in Cleveland.
Okay. Why did you go there?
Cause I
So
knew
there's just some poor son of a bitch with an Uber sitting there waiting for you, and You just never show up?
Yeah, I didn't show up.
Okay. Why did you go to your mom's house?
Because I knew there was more access to drugs. That was the closest place to where I was at to go get high again.
Okay, so what happened?
I ended up going to my mom's house, seeing my mom for a minute, and ended up smoking some crack.
Where'd you get the crack?
My mom.
From your mom. And then what'd you do?
Ended up staying at my mom's for a couple weeks. Had a friend come pick me up. Went and stayed at her house in Canton, Ohio, because I knew I had warrant out in Paynesville for parole and probation. So I stayed out in Canton so that, I wouldn't get caught.
How'd that work out?
Not good, because I came out to Paynesville.
Okay, why'd you come to Paynesville?
See my dad, make sure everything's all right at the house, just see my family,
What do you mean, make sure everything's all right at the house?
visit my dad, just see how he's doing. I didn't see him when I came home from prison.
So what month was that?
September.
So you spent a month running around like a 12-year-old.
Yes, sir.
The conversation shifts from addiction to honesty, and that change completely alters the judge's approach. Every previous opportunity becomes a measuring stick for today's promises. The failed treatment attempt is not presented as a simple mistake, but as evidence that the defendant has a pattern of abandoning help the moment discipline becomes uncomfortable.
And so how did you get caught? How did you end up in jail?
The girl I was staying with was upset at me because I didn't come home that night.
Who?
Faith Burr. She seen me walking in Paynesville and, called the police and said, "This is where he's at, he has a warrant." I was unaware that she did that because I didn't know she seen me, and they pulled up on me and stopped me and asked me my name. I told them my name and got arrested.
What were you doing in Ashtabula that got you in trouble there?
Hunter McElroy.
Hunter. It's always a good idea to get out of prison and hang around with the McElroys. How do you know Hunter McElroy?
Juvenile. Juvenile detention, DYS.
How is it that you ended up seeing Hunter McElroy in Ashtabula?
While being at Faith's house. Faith, I guess, is related to Damian Gladding somehow, so Damian Gladding and Hunter ended up coming to Faith's house while I was staying there.
Where's Faith's house?
Canton.
Canton. How did the McElroys and the Gladdings get to Canton?
They got dropped off by somebody.
Okay, how did they know you were there?
Faith posted me on Snapchat, pictures of me and stuff.
Snapchat. Snapchat. What are you doing on Snapchat?
Girl I was with took pictures of me and posted them.
So far, everything you've told me, you've done zero since you got out that's been productive.
Yes, sir.
After doing zero when you were in, that was productive. After doing zero when you were out before you went in, that was productive. You've never done a goddamn productive thing in your entire life, have you?
No, sir.
How old are you?
21.
All right. And this is going to continue on for how long?
Stops now.
Stops now. Stops now. Because why? Because you said it stops now?
I just want to better my life. I don't want to keep doing this and coming to court and, being locked up. I want to, get a job and
I
try
don't
to
know
get my
about that.
education.
I think you enjoy this shit.
I do not.
I
No,
think
sir.
you do, or you wouldn't keep beating your head against the wall. So you've been sitting over there for 3 months now
Yes, sir.
on this charge. So tell me what your plan is to better your life.
My plan is right now I was hoping to, be able to get a chance at treatment.
I didn't say what, I don't want to know what your hopes are. I want to know what your plan is.
I want to stay sober. I want to,
Okay, that's a goal. What's the plan? There's a difference between a goal and a plan. What's the plan? You don't know. You don't have a plan. What have you been doing for 3 months over there?
I have goals. I have things I want to achieve. I know the steps I have to take to
I
get
have
to where I
goals
have to
too.
get to.
I have goals too, okay?
My plan is to better my life, to not be a nothing, to be a something.
The better your life is a result of the execution of a plan. You don't have any understanding of what you have to do. Because if you did, you would tell me exactly what you have to do today, tomorrow, and every day after that. Not a hope.
The judge begins exposing the larger lifestyle behind the violations instead of focusing on isolated incidents. Months are spent avoiding supervision, staying with people connected to criminal behavior, and deliberately remaining outside the reach of authorities. None of these actions happen by accident.
When did you decide that your goal was to have a better life? When did you decide that?
That's not a goal.
When did you decide you wanted to have a better life?
No, I mean, I've been decided. I just haven't put in the work and the efforts to do it.
Why not?
Not, I don't know. Going back to what I'm used to doing, just being comfortable with.
Did doing what you used to do advance you to having a better life?
No, sir.
Then why did you do it?
Comfortable with it.
Comfortable with it. You're comfortable with this?
And at the time I was. This is all I know. This is all I've been doing my whole life since I was 12.
Right.
I haven't had much freedom. This is all I've been doing. I don't like it. I'd rather not do it, but, you know, this is where I'm most comfortable.
This is why I asked you, and I know you've been doing this your entire life. Okay, I know that. I knew that when you came in here a year and a half ago. That's why I ordered you to do what I ordered you to do. But you decided that you like doing what you've been doing for the last decade, so you kept on doing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm supposed to magically believe that you don't want to do this anymore.
No, sir.
Then what is it I'm supposed to believe?
I guess it's really not anything for you to believe. It's just I don't know, I want to do different. I don't know, I don't want to keep doing this. It hasn't got me nowhere. I'm not really here to make you believe it, but.
All right, so if I believe you and you don't want to keep doing this, then you have to figure out a way to not keep doing this. And you haven't given that any thought beyond, I don't want to do this anymore. That's the extent of what you have put into this.
I want to get my education. I want to stay sober. I want to get a job and work.
Okay, what is it that I have to do with any of that? Are you depending on me to make that happen?
Those are the steps that I have to do. This is what I have to do to change what's going on in my life now.
You haven't been to court in Ashtabula yet, have you? Huh?
Court in Ashtabula for what?
What?
Court in Ashtabula for what?
Didn't you commit a crime in Ashtabula?
No, sir.
No? What am I missing here, Ms. Knaus?
Your Honor, he has a pending receiving stolen property in Ashtabula.
You didn't know that?
No, sir.
September 15th was the offense date.
Okay. You don't remember that?
No, the Faith Berg girl that I was with, the argument we had, she was mad because I didn't come back that night with the car, but it was never said that it was something that was...
It's pending. Recorded. No.
This is something I was unaware of, yes, sir. I did not know this.
Well. I mean, perhaps if you weren't always getting high, you'd probably remember things better.
Yes, sir.
Now, what were your terms, do you remember what your terms of probation were from back in July of '24?
No, sir.
No. Why not?
I didn't care about it. I didn't.
No, you didn't. I thought you told me you wanted to get your GED.
Yes, sir. I worked towards that while I was in prison. I actually did school the entire time I was in prison. I just I couldn't pass the test. I was a couple points off.
Probably because you were getting high all the time.
Yes, sir.
How is it that you were getting drugs in prison? That shocks me.
The judge draws a sharp distinction between goals and plans because courts hear hopeful language every day. Saying someone wants a better life costs nothing. Explaining exactly how that change will happen requires preparation, discipline, and self-awareness.
How are you getting drugs in prison?
It's all over.
I know it's all over. But how did you get them?
From other people. I wasn't getting them in prison. I was getting them from the people that were there.
They were just giving it to you?
I was buying it.
You were buying it. Where'd you get the money to buy it?
Friends, call friends, phone numbers, and ask them to send a cash app or something like that. Or commissary food.
So how did you expect to pass the GED test if you were getting high all the time in prison?
I didn't put much thought into it, Your Honor.
What?
I didn't put much thought into it, Your Honor.
You didn't put any effort into it, right?
Yes, sir.
Jennifer, you better call the prison and tell them there's drugs in prison. I don't think they know that. So you don't know what your terms of probation were?
To obtain a job, get my GED, NAA meetings, mental health, drug evaluation.
The usual stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
You can rattle that off from the last 10 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to say, Ms. Novotny?
Your Honor, at this time, we would just ask the court to consider continuing him on community control with that respect. He is on a wait list with Lake Geauga pending a new evaluation since it's been over a year with that respect.
What's a wait, what kind of wait list?
For Lake Geauga, Your Honor, with
For
regard
what?
to Lake House or Concord Pines. With that respect, Your Honor, he does not want to continue the lifestyle that he has been going through with that
Well,
respect.
That's good, except that doesn't really matter. Because whether he wants to or doesn't want to, he keeps doing it,
Correct.
so.
Ultimately, he does have family support that is here for him. They submitted letters on his behalf as well. His father seems to be a good, sober, ultimately, support system for him. And I think he understands that just based on his experience with that. And we're just asking for the court to consider that at this time.
How long has he been in on this violation, Jennifer?
85 days on this violation and 336 total, Your Honor.
85 days. There's a holder from Ashtabula?
There is a warrant. And he has a parole warrant as well, parole holder.
Have they been over here? Or did anybody wake them up yet to come over here and see him? Do you know? Parole?
I don't know if
You
they...
seen anybody from parole?
Yes, Your Honor. My parole officer came and visited me and gave me my sanction papers
What was your sanction?
to obtain a mental health and a drug evaluation, keep a updated address and phone number, and to follow all court orders and recommendations through Lake County.
That's rather worthless, isn't it? Your parole officer doesn't realize you have a horrific drug problem, such that you need another evaluation? Who is your parole officer?
Jeremiah Hauser.
Okay. Well, at least somebody came to see you. That's kind of a rarity. Who you hanging around with over here in the last 85 days?
I stay in my cell a lot of the time, just watch movies on the tab. I kind of keep to myself.
Defense counsel shifts attention toward treatment availability, family support, and community resources, attempting to redirect the conversation from failure to possibility. Those arguments are legally appropriate, but they collide with the judge's central concern.
Who else you hanging around with in the last 85 days?
People that's in jail with me.
What?
People that's in jail with me. Just,
Uh-huh. Who?
Do you know their names or anything?
Everyone goes by nicknames, really.
What's the nicknames?
Nobody
Doobie,
has.
Darrell Anderson.
Huh?
Darrell Anderson.
Uh-huh.
He's who I, play cards with most of the time. He just wrote out to prison.
Who's the gladding you were hanging around?
Damien.
I think he's one of mine, if I remember right. What's Faith's last name?
Burr.
What's your mother's name?
Melissa.
Reeves?
Lewis.
Lewis. Where does she live?
St. Clair in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Okay. You're going to stay on community control. You're going to serve 180 days in jail with credit for 85. And you're going to go to Concord, Pines, or Lake House. You're going to complete that program and follow the recommendations. After that, you're going to go to a sober living facility for a minimum of 1 year. No drugs or alcohol with screens, full employment, GED, or your diploma, valid license. 1 doctor, 1 dentist, 1 pharmacy for medication. Medication is prescribed. Releases, 3 AAs, 5 AAs a week. With a sponsor, mental health evaluation following the recommendations, cost and supervision fees. In addition, no contact with Hunter McElroy, Damian Gladding, Faith Burr, or Melissa Lewis. I don't have the least bit of an expectation that you're gonna comply with this stuff. But that's up to you. If you don't, then you're gonna go to prison for 36 months.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So do whatever you wanna do. Doesn't really matter to me what you do. I don't know if it matters to you what you do. Obviously, it matters to your father what you do. Doesn't matter to your mother. She don't give a shit. Certainly the McElroys or the Gladdings don't give a shit. So I don't, do whatever you want to do. I gave you conditions, and you do whatever it is you want to do.
The discussion inside the county jail serves as another credibility test disguised as casual conversation. Rather than focusing only on misconduct, the judge investigates daily influences and social connections. Recovery rarely succeeds when the same network continues shaping decisions. Even during incarceration, the court wants to know whether healthier patterns have started replacing destructive ones. The answers remain limited and unconvincing. Familiar names connected to earlier problems continue appearing, reinforcing concerns that the defendant naturally gravitates toward environments that increase risk instead of reducing it. This portion of the hearing quietly reinforces the central theme of the case. Addiction is only one layer. The larger challenge is identity. Every meaningful relationship, routine, and source of comfort appears connected to the lifestyle the court has repeatedly warned against. Without changing those foundations, lasting improvement becomes extremely difficult regardless of future treatment. The final sentence reflects cautious opportunity rather than confidence. Community control remains in place, but it is surrounded by strict conditions covering treatment, sober living, employment, education, monitoring, mental health, and complete separation from people connected to past failures. That combination shows the judge is trying to eliminate every excuse before imposing the maximum consequence later. The warning about prison is not delivered as a threat meant to create fear. It is presented as the predictable result of another broken commitment. Perhaps the most revealing moment comes when the judge openly admits having little expectation of compliance. That statement captures the entire hearing. Trust has already been spent. The defendant leaves court with one final structured path toward stability, but success will depend entirely on daily choices rather than persuasive words delivered inside the courtroom.